Solana joins the channel today, and with the tightest floor I have measured this week, 3 touches inside 17 cents. Start with the damage, because it sets the scale. Solana fell almost 80% from its high before the bottom went in at 60, and everything in this video happens above that. What matters more is what came after. Price came back down 3 weeks later and stopped at 64, almost $4 higher, a higher low. Then it advanced 31% to 83.98. Since that high, the chart has gone nowhere. But the way it has gone nowhere is the point of this video, because it rules out one of the 2 readings. Count the legs down and each one climbs back into the territory of the one before it. That is not what an impulse does. An impulse leaves ground behind. So the decline is a correction. Now the floor. Price has come down to the same shelf 3 separate times. 73.39, then 73.44, then 73.56. That is 17 cents apart, spread over 9 days. A floor is only worth something if it sits somewhere. This one does. The advance ran from 64 to 84, and the shelf sits just under the halfway retracement of it. 60 cents under that halfway mark to be exact, and still well above the golden retracement at 71.66. The correction has not needed that level. Now look at the other side of the range. The highs are stepping down. 79.68, then 79.04, then 78.88, then 78.85. So the floor is flat and the ceiling is falling. Draw the line through those highs and it sits at 78.59 today. The range is about 7% wide and it narrows every day. That is compression. Price sits at 75, above both moving averages, with momentum in the upper half of its range. For the first time in this range, it is leaning against the ceiling rather than the floor. A range that contracts has to end, and it usually ends with a move larger than the range itself. Which side gives way first is the whole question, and the chart has not answered it. Through 78.59 and the correction is finished. The reference above it is the high itself, 83.98, and a range that breaks upward tends to travel its own height. Under 73.39 and that shelf becomes resistance instead. The golden retracement at 71.66 opens first, then the deeper one at 68.31. Neither has been touched. And under all of it sits 64, the higher low. That level is what keeps the whole recovery structure intact, and losing it would put the bottom itself back in play. So it comes down to one shelf, one falling line, and about $5 between them. Educational analysis, not advice. More Solana as soon as the range breaks.